I'm leaving that in the video. Oh my god, this is gonna be uncut. Jesus Christ. I am going to fail at this. Dude. Let me get my class ready. First off. Ugh. Okay, we're gonna go with the M14 because M14 is live. M14 is life. Alright, so what is up guys, it's your boy Matrix. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day as usual. And today, I'm going to be doing my first ever uncut commentary / story time. Now this story is about... I'm leaving it in the video. But this story is going to be about the first time, or the only time, I have ever fractured / broke my wrist. It's my left wrist to be specific. Just for any of you guys asking which wrist it was this wrist right here. If you guys want to go ahead and skip like a minute or two or 30 seconds until I start talking, you can, because it's gonna be uncut, like legit uncut. Like I'm not like from right when I start recording to right when I finish, like uncut. This happened when I was like, I don't know, like 13. Are you serious? This happened when I was 13 or 14, and I was actually like living at mom's house during the time that this happened. And pretty much, I was at the pool with my parents, my stepmom, my dad, and like my 3-4 brothers that I have. And pretty much, my brother decided to take me over to the little like swing set playground area that we have at the pool. We have 2 pools. We have like the one like big pool for like the bigger people, and we have a small pool for little kids, but it could also be used for big people and little kids. So pretty much kind of like a mixed pool, pretty much. And so there was this little park area that like it's just like a chained area that's kind of like for like kids and such like that. So pretty much my brother kind of showed me a little way, because there's like a little baby like swing set. There's like 3 or 4 little baby swing sets, and he decided to get on top of one and start swinging. I'm like, hey, do you want to see how I do this? I'm like, sure. So I put my foot inside of the swing set, and I start swinging. You know, everything is all fine. Me and him are having some fun. We're both laughing. We're both being freaking retarded and crap like that. It was kind of fun, honestly. It really was. And I wanted to stop. I didn't want to do it anymore. I was kind of feeling kind of like, you know, unsafe about what I was doing, because my hands weren't very secure. They were kind of just hanging onto this like really thick like green bar, and I just wanted to get off. So pretty much what I tried to do was I tried to like stop it by like jumping out of it. Mistakes were made. I regret everything that I did. So as I'm hanging there, swinging back and forth, I try to jump out. My mistake was I tried to jump out right as it pretty much like got to like the back of it. So I swung up and then I swung back, and I tried to jump out. My feet got caught, and then so pretty much I landed on the ground like this. And it turns out that when I did that, like the pressure on my body, it completely like it basically bent like my wrist bone, like it fractured my wrist bone, like it bent it like completely. It wasn't broken, but it hurt like a motherfricker. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I was crying. I was 13. Yes, I was crying. Sue me. I'm sorry. But it hurt really, really bad, and I was like, Kenny, go get my dad! He was laughing. He's across the room. He's in that room like to my right now. Screw you for laughing. He was laughing. He was like, dude, are you okay? I'm like, I was sitting there in tears. I was screaming to the top of my lungs. I can't tell you how loud I was screaming. I've never screamed Screamed, that's not a word, is it? I've never screamed any louder than I have before when I was 13, but I was screaming so hard. What my brother decided to do was, instead of him running to my dad that I have a freaking broken wrist, he decides to walk calmly to him. Not run, but just walk like nothing's even happening. My dad comes over, he tries to pick me up and stuff like that. I'm still sitting there crying. I'm like feeling lightheaded because I'm like in pain. Like, if you guys don't know, like I don't know if this happens to you guys as well, but I'm in pain, or if you guys, I don't know if you guys do the same thing, but if I'm in pain, like I get extremely lightheaded. Like, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I feel like I'm like just like super dehydrated. I feel like I haven't drinking water in 3 days. I feel like crap. It's just terrible. And so what he proceeds to do is try to move my wrist. He asks like if it hurts when I move it, and I kept on crying. Like, I was in pain. I was sitting, like, I was like laying down on one of the beach, like on one of the pool benches, and I was just in tears, man. It was hurting. My wrist was hurting bad. And so what they decided to do was they proceeded to bring me home and sit me on the couch, and they tried to move it again to see if anything, if it, like, the pain went away. And nope, it did not. This dude has Dragonog on stop right now. But yeah, they proceeded to see if I can, like, move my wrist any more than I had already done, and I couldn't. It was still really, really hurting. And what they decided to do was they decided to get me, like, an arm thing, like one of those armbands, like those black armbands. He got me one of those from, like, I think it was like CVS, like a pharmacy store, and they didn't really think it was broken. They thought it was like kind of like just a fracture, which it was. No, they didn't think it was a fracture. They thought I was like just really. It kind of just was. What's the word for it? I'm trying to think of a word for it. I'm dying so much. Oh my god. I'm trying to think of a word for it. Give me like 2 seconds. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be able to do a 10-minute video with this. This definitely. Oh my god, what's the word for it? Oh yeah, they thought my hand was like, I don't know, like, was like it popped or something like that. Maybe like it's, you know, kind of like when you like twist your. They thought I twisted my wrist. That's what they thought I did. But no, they proceeded to take me to the doctor like a day or two later, and it turns out that I really did actually fracture my wrist. And my dad, he was like, okay, and he kind of just like let it go. He didn't like the fact that I fractured my wrist, because he knew it was gonna cost like a good amount of money to get like scanned and everything like that. So we proceeded to get myself scanned. It turns out that I fractured my wrist pretty bad. They said that I was have to wear a cast for like, I think it was like 2 or 3 months. And the funny part was, oh, this wasn't even funny. It was sad in my personal opinion. But it was funny when you look at it, that like the 3 months that I had to wear that cast was like the day or like the week or two, like when I was going to like Florida with my school. We went to Universal Studios, I think it was, and do you know how hard it is to wear a cast and ride roller coasters whenever you have a cast on the entire time? It is close to impossible. Try imagining have like a stiff cast that's like this, and you're trying to grip onto the bar. My hand was like this on the bar. Like I was riding I think it was a rock and roller coaster, and I was sitting there like this. I was like sitting there with freaking Bon Jovi in the background, like screaming in my ear, and I was like, help, kill me now. And so yeah, that was terrible. And the worst part was I wasn't allowed to get my arm wet like whatsoever, and so I wasn't allowed to go on any like the wet rides, like I think it was like Splash Mountain. I wasn't allowed to go on that. But pretty much the week after we went on, the week after we did Florida and the whole entire thing with my class, what we decided to do is my mom decided to take me camping, just to, like, you know, release some stress, just try to get my mind off the pain. And so they decided to get me this little thing for my cast, where I'm pretty sure if you've had a cast, you've had to do this before. But they decided to get me a like plastic arm sleeve to put over my cast, so that I can, like, you know, take showers actually, because I'm not supposed to get the cast wet. So they got me that so I can take showers and, like, you know, get in the pool and stuff like that. It still sucked. Like, imagine trying to, like, clean yourself with one hand, trying to put shampoo in your hand with one hand. That crap is hard as can be. It is so hard to do. I don't know if you guys ever tried that. I don't think you'd want to try that, but if you have, then you know the struggle. But yeah, so they decided to take me camping, and I was getting in the pool, and I realized I can't swim. I'm not allowed to swim because I only have one arm to, like, swim with, and I'm not gonna be freaking doing this all the time looking like I'm a freaking cripple, which I mean in most cases I was, but I didn't want to look like I was a cripple. So I decided to just sit in one of the kiddie pools and just chill there, not really do too much. I looked really sad. I looked like a freaking special needs kid who had some sort of weird disease wrong with his brain. That sounds really bad. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, I should not have said that. I'm so thirsty, holy crap. And I was just so sad during that entire, like, 3 days I was camping with my family. It was just so sad because I couldn't really do anything. I couldn't really just, like, I couldn't go swimming. I couldn't really do most things because, like, you only have one hand. I had to pour cereal with one hand. I had to eat everything with one hand, and that stuff's a struggle. That's like stuff's like hard to do. How did I die? Like, please tell me how I was the one who died there. Oh my god, you're so gay. Oh yeah, baby, let's go. Also, if you guys don't want to watch the rest of this video, then you can go ahead and stop. I'm just gonna be playing this game out until like it finishes, or maybe just like cut it like when we get to like halfway through the game, because I'm probably not gonna play this entire game out. I hate you so much. I hate you. I hope you step in gum. I hope the girl that you have a crush on freaking gets a boyfriend. I hope the pizza they order gets delivered to the wrong address and they get the wrong pizza. I hope the exam you studied really hard for and you get an F on it. You are actually like the meaning of cancer. Like, look at you. Like, you are the meaning of cancer. No offense to anybody with cancer. I swear to God, if I have any viewers with cancer, I'm gonna feel so bad. Yeet. Aw. What? My dude just one bursted me. I'm done. I'm done with, like, forever. Like, I'm done with life, honestly. I'm completely just done. Alright, but yeah, guys, so thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, leave a like down below. If you guys wanted to see more uncut story time videos like this, I'll try to make another story. This is just one that kind of just popped in my brain, like, just like a few days ago. And if you guys want to see more videos like that, then, you know, be sure to leave a like down video, comment down below, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.